I'm Wesley Delbridge. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist from Phoenix, Arizona. One of the biggest impacts I had on my career is actually going into the classroom and talking about dairy products. And when I was leaving that day, I walked out of the cafeteria and I saw those kids coming through the line. And I saw two boys together that said, "Let's have milk today because that guy right there said it's gonna make us strong." And from then on, I knew I was hooked because I knew that just a simple message will impact a child's daily life all the way up until they're an adult.
I'm Jiyoung Kang. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist in Chicago, Illinois. I've always just loved to help people and to share information, and if I can do that and help improve their lives, that's just the best thing.
I'm Jill Feldhausen, registered dietitian nutritionist from Tucson, Arizona. I've spent most of my career working with failure to thrive children and underserved populations, and I remember I was really a new dietitian, and I sat down and I did my very best with a prenatal patient, and we're all done, and I said, "Do you have any questions?" And she says, "Yeah, I don't have any food. Do you know where I can get some food?" And I realized at that moment the greatest impact that I could have as a dietitian was to work with people who didn't have enough food, and to make sure that I increased awareness in all ways so that we made sure that people had enough food.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Conti. I serve in the U.S. Public Health Service as a registered dietitian nutritionist, and I'm in Rapid City, South Dakota. I'm passionate about being a dietitian because there's so much that can come from the education we provide. People have the power to enjoy good health. They simply have to understand how to choose from the choices they're given. And I think dietitians can empower their patients to make better choices.
I'm Maribel Alchin. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist in St. Charles, Illinois. I find it very rewarding to be in the field because I can help people in the community make healthier choices and living a healthier life.
I'm Tamara Melton. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm passionate about being a dietitian and teaching nutrition because I've seen firsthand how it can change a person's life. The more that I do the work that I do, then the more I'm just spurred to keep going on to help people improve their nutrition. That makes it all worth it. I love that part of nutrition.
I've been with Chandler Unified School District for over 14 years, and currently I'm the director of the Food and Nutrition Department. Out of the facility I direct, we create enough food to serve over 42,000 children every single day. One of the biggest part of my jobs is to get feedback from our customers, which is the children. So what I do is I go out to the sites and I sit down and have lunch with them, and I talk with them and I ask them real questions. Anything that we hear, we take and we process and we figure out what can we do to improve the lunch environment of that child, and what can we do to make it a better customer experience for them. Why I love working with children is because you can make them as passionate about food as you are.
As an RDN, I work with Heartland Alliance, which is a huge not-for-profit company. Half the time I work at Heartland Health Outreach with a program called Vital Bridges. At Vital Bridges, I provide one-on-one counseling either in person or through telenutrition sessions. Along with that, we provide food specifically for people who are living with HIV/AIDS. It feels really rewarding knowing that you're helping someone who's really in need.
I've been working at St. Andrew's Clinic for 17 years, and we service children from Mexico who are disabled, who don't have access to any other kind of medical care. We view our job in St. Andrew's Clinic is to make sure that we can optimize everything we can about a child's nutrition.
As a supermarket dietitian for Meijer stores, I help consumers sort through the confusion because all those decisions about what they're going to eat starts in the grocery store, and that's where we become a very valuable resource because we can guide them and show them how to make those healthier choices.
Right now I'm working in health IT. So as a dietitian, there's not that many of us working in this area. So my challenge right now is to be that trailblazer, to make that path for us as nutrition professionals working in the health IT space.
As a registered dietitian, the population I serve are Native Americans. I serve people with diabetes, people with obesity. We also get in the schools and really encourage tasting. The more taste opportunities kids have, the more likely they are to enjoy a new fruit or a new vegetable. Educating the kids is really where prevention happens, because they're developing lifelong habits that they are going to take into adulthood.
Dietitians can change the way the world recognizes hunger, understands nutrition, views health, and sees food.
Nutrition is the one area where we can intervene and actually change people's lives. How many jobs can you say that my job every day is to make people feel better, live longer, and to be happier? And we get to do that as dietitians, and that's why nutrition is so important.
Our job is not to change the world all at once. Our job is to change one person's world, one person at a time.
I think we have a tremendous opportunity to impact the whole food picture. The importance of how we grow food, the importance of how we get food to people who don't have food, and just the importance of how we eat the food that we eat.
Human health is so fragile that a little imbalance can turn our health and send it spiraling. And as a nutrition educator, I think it's almost like holding up a mirror. You know your life, but you don't see it like somebody on the outside would. So dietitians kind of hold up this mirror and then help them find an alternative to some of those patterns that aren't supporting their health.
The more that we are involved in connecting with the community, the more likely we are to change the world and change people's lives.
As dietitians, each client and patient or student that you teach about nutrition can then go out and share that knowledge that you're giving to them, and then they can share it. So you are reaching so many more people to help to change the world.